Hey everybody, as you can see, everything is growing nice and lush and thick. In some areas too thick. So like in this, I'm gonna go around in these beds and I'm just gonna clean up under some of my tomato plants, clear out some of these leaves that are wind damaged on my flowers here. Make sure my vines are, that I'm weaving them to go up on the trellis. This bed I have to thin out some of these leaves because it's shading out, and I have planted some seeds down in here and it's just not getting enough light. I planted it's trying to grow right there, a spaghetti squash. But see, I gotta get some of these leaves trimmed out. I'm just gonna trim out all the lower leaves, leave the upper leaves on it, so I can just continue to encourage upper growth. So I'm gonna get to it. A lot of these leaves are damaged too. Look at, I got squash growing in there. I don't know how the pollinators can find these squash or the squash flowers, when there's so much leaves and stuff covering it. So I'm gonna get to work doing that right now. And in this bed too, look at this tomato, is just out of control. So I'm gonna have to thin him out a little bit too, because he's overpowering the pepper plant that's in there. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get everybody to get along and live peaceably together here. So I will come back and show you the progress. I got little baby tomatoes popping out everywhere. Definitely a lot of flowers. On one plant, my husband counted like 20 little tomatoes. Look at this sunflower. So yeah, I want to get some things trimmed up, and then I'm gonna get to watering and stuff. But I'll come back and I'll show you my progress on these beds when I'm finished. Almost finished. I have to go back in and I have to fix this, change that bar out. But this is all repurposed, reclaimed wood that I got for free. So yeah, I think it's turning out pretty good. I have a little bit a few other things I'm gonna do to it tomorrow, but I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I was trying to decide if I was gonna do some paint. I'm not sure yet. But it looks nice. I can't wait to get it in place and set up and decorated and everything, so that Lola can enjoy her little outhouse, her little doggy outhouse. So anyways, this sunset is really nice tonight. The sun's coming down. It wasn't as hot today, but it was still pretty warm. We still, look at that hummingbird. We still had to turn on our AC, but I mean, it was cool. We got a few things done today that I wanted to get done, so I'm always happy about that. I finally finished. I had a little help from my hubby, from my son, but we got it all done. This is Lola's, my dog Lola's outhouse. I just have to decorate it a little bit, but I plan on, in these little flower beds right here, growing some vining flowers up and along so it can give her some good shade. And then we got a little bird feeder right here. And I have a bird bath that I'm gonna stick over here, and I'm gonna build some more boxes, garden boxes to go out right here so I can plant some wildflowers. And on this side, I'm going to plant some sunflowers so she can continue to have shade all on this side. So yes, I'm happy. I think it turned out pretty good. And I decided I wasn't going to paint it, but I think I'm going to put like up here something that says like Lola's Outhouse or Lola's Place or something like that. Maybe get some solar lights and put on there and put some other little decor. So I'm happy with it. Just wanted to show you what the progress was, that we finished it. So I wanted to show you, look at this. My leek flowers are so pretty. I wanted to show you what the aftermath of pruning my tomatoes looks like. I got a lot of them pruned. You see it all on the ground. I pruned heavily on them, getting it all cleared out, trying to maximize the airflow around the stem. Discovered there's a lot of fruit already starting on these. Look at those. I think this is the silver fir tree. And so I didn't even know I had so much fruit growing on them until I started pruning back, because it was just full of foliage. Look, you can see foliage down here. And then look at these. And I have tomatoes in there too. I have a lot of tomatoes already, and I just never seen them because everything is so overgrown. This bed, it's hard to tell the progress of the tomatoes on this bed because it just looks like a hot mess anyways. But look at this. And I have tomatoes on here too. And now that I clean this up, you can see there's tomatoes in here too. There's tomatoes. There's tons of flowers. Little tomatoes. That one's striped. I think that one, let's see, white cherry, blueberry. I think that one is chocolate stripes. This guy, I don't know what's going on with it. It's got tomatoes on there, but he just looked like he's struggling a little bit. But I cut him back a lot, and you see I have flowers on my peppers. But I pruned everything. Look at all this, all of my squash got heavily pruned. You can see I have squash growing. The pollinators now can find them. Look at that. And so I'm happy with that. And I pruned these tomatoes heavily. Made some airflow to them. And here's some other cuttings where I cut. There's some extra cuttings where I cut and thin these out a lot too. So we'll see. But I just wanted to show you, and tomorrow I'm gonna prune tomato row because I want these to be all growing on a single stem on the stake. So I'm gonna start pruning on them and getting the suckers off and stuff. So stay tuned for that. I started the process of pruning these to a single stem. Trying that method of just growing a single stem, letting it fruit, see how that works out for me. So you can see the clippings on the side down there. And I started working over here, but let's see. You can tell I started these first 2, 3, but the other 2 are bushy still. Same thing with those. I haven't gotten to those yet. I will. And I gotta get them all tied up too. And these ones I have to get all tied up. There's a lot of flowers that I'm seeing on these, so I'm happy for that. And get all these tied up and start pruning them. I gotta get that last row of box planted on Tomato Row here. Sorry it's so windy. It's always windy. It's always windy. I wanted to point out, okay, so I went through and I started pulling off suckers and pruning these before. And in the process, after I did that, the wind just got really bad. And we had high winds blowing through here, and it snapped the growing tip of this tomato off. And I'm thinking to myself, oh shoot, I already took off all the suckers, which are the branches that would grow out, and then I could make them a main stem, but I took them all off. I'm like, man, I ruined my plant because now it's not gonna have any way of growing out. And I planted some more seeds for this particular one. This one is the Ukrainian purple. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna leave it in here until the other one grows out, and then I'll just plant it in here and pull this one out. Well, when I came over here to look, the two stems jutted out. Look at that. This one and this one, two main stems popped out. Now, I could either use this one and cut this one off and just let this one be my single stem and attach it here, or I could do it with this one, attach it here, cut this one off. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing for this particular one is just let both of them grow, and I'm gonna tie both of them up. And so out of my whole row of single stem, I'm gonna have a double stem on this one plant. So I was so happy to see that. It's amazing to me how nature just corrects itself. Survival instinct, you know. And it just amazes me when I see stuff like that. And I wonder, you know, there's people that say, oh, there's no God, but somebody had to have a really good plan for this. All this to just grow and take care of itself like that is just, it's just no coincidence at all for it. It's a higher design. It's not just random or accidental. But anyways, I'm gonna finish pruning these. I just wanted to get a little video to show you what they look like before and how some of them looked after I finished pruning them down to the single stem method. And I have to do this because I planted them so close together. They're about 19 inches apart. And usually you plant tomatoes about 2 feet apart, which is really close, is my point. Closer than what they're usually planted. So that's why I have to do this and make sure they have good airflow. We're so windy up here, I don't think there's an issue with airflow for these guys. Once again, I'm so sorry for the wind. This is like really windy today. But I just wanted to show you, I just finished up. Oh, really, Olive? I just finished up doing these, pulling the suckers off of these tomatoes and pruning them down to a single stem, which is the way I want to grow these ones in particular. So I think it turned out really, really good. Now I just gotta add some more tomatoes in that end box down there. It'll be done. And I'll be happy because I don't have to worry about it no more. It's just water and that's it. This is what it looks like now. Like I said, I wanted to add, and I did. I added some extra garden boxes here, flower boxes, and I put the bird bath, and then this right here, that's a feeder, and I have seeds and stuff to put in there for the birds. And I just have to get this water bath level so I can fill it up, and that way the birds will have some water. And then in this box I said I was going to plant sunflowers, so that, okay, so to this direction is west. So as the sun is blazing this way, the sunflowers would be tall enough to create shade over here. Because as you can see, she uses this. This is her outhouse, her potty area. And I think on this side I'm gonna plant some amaranth. That way I can feed the seeds and everything to my birds, to my chickens, and the other little birds can eat it. And if it grows, because all these seeds are going to be dropping on this ground right here, and if anything pops up and grows, then I can easily just use that, give it to my chickens. So it is blazing hot right now. It's 97 degrees, and I think it's barely like 12:30 right now, and it is miserable out here. But I just wanted to show you guys this, and just let you know that I'm still making progress with stuff. I'm just trying to not be out in this heat as often. But later on today I'll get out here and put the dirt, the potting soil in these boxes and get the seeds planted. And I already started working on the watering system, so I'll show you that in another video when I have everything all set up. But thank you so much for watching, and if you want to get some more photos of different things that I do, I put a lot of photos on Instagram. My videos tend to come out later than the stuff that I put on Instagram. So right now, if you went to my Instagram, you would see stuff on there that I have not video taped yet. You would be able to see the progress. On Instagram, I do to date detailed progress of everything that I'm doing. The video I only do like once a week, so it's a little bit behind. So check out my Instagram, Lakeisha Keen Saving Greens, so that you can see how everything is going now, and then you can go back and check my videos to see how it was done, and the actual process of doing it. So also I'm on Facebook, same name, Lakeisha Keen Saving Greens. Check me out there too. I post a lot of things on there too as well. And also post like recipes and stuff of different things that I pull out of the garden. I show what I do with it, what meals I make with it, stuff like that. So anyways, check me out again. Check out the next video that's coming out. See what new stuff is being done. There's some painting and things I want to get done on this project still. So it's not completely finished, but I think it's going to be a work in progress for a long time, because I have so many different options and things that I can do with this to make it look really nice and stuff. So I think there's always going to be some additions and some improvements. So anyways, as always, you guys, thank you for watching. God bless.